What's going on, y'all? I'm back once again, and today I'm going to be teaching y'all how to do really realistic lights, aka VG lights, on your personal slot car. So this video is pretty much like a remake of my other video of my slot car series where I told y'all how to make lights with epic lights. Well, this is going to be different. It's going to be VG epic lights, which is shown right here behind me. It's pretty much just like super realistic and way better than standard, just like neon bricks, you know. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do that today, and if you like this content, make sure to like and sub. We are on the road to 2,500 subscribers pretty soon, so yeah. And I do apologize for the slow lack of uploads. I've just been doing a lot of stuff lately, been really busy, but I will try to pump out more videos, and I am starting to get paid on YouTube, so I really appreciate y'all support. And I do other videos on this channel if you want to check them out. Feel free to spread the word and such. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. Oh, and just like a little mini announcement, I am going to be doing like a huge part of this slot car series. For example, I'll be showing y'all how to do like dual gauges. So like in this Chrysler Phaeton, there's a speedometer right here, and there's another one right here, which both work. I will also be teaching y'all how to do like a random paint script right here. So every time you spawn your car, a different paint is applied. So if I spawn in right here, you can see that my car is over there. They all have different paint compared to when I was in studio. You can see it changes. So I'll be teaching you all how to do that, and I will be leaving like a full kit in the next video when I get that out, and it kind of has like everything that I've showed y'all before, kind of like in a whole kit, and you can just use my videos as references on how to install them, and I will have that like in the link in that video. It's just like a workaround because since I don't have Roblox Premium, I can't like upload my own like car model with all those scripts and stuff. So I will put it in like a Google Doc and you can download it. And yeah, and I will also put like a base plate for lighting. I'm pretty sure I put that in the last one, but I will put that in there as well. And yeah, it's just a whole bunch of other stuff, a whole bunch of good scripts and such. So with all that being said, let's get right into the main video. So the car that we're going to be using is actually the Ford Escort Turbo. Sorry, we are not using the Octavia. So we're going to be using this model right here, and this model is called VG's Epic Lights Spots V4, and I will put this in the link in the description, of course. And so when you spawn this, you just want to click under here, and then you want to just delete. That says delete, so you just want to do that right off the bat. And then you can I will show you guys how to like do it with pop-up headlights. In this video we aren't going to well, like we are, but I'm not gonna like apply them onto the car. I'm just gonna do like a brief explanation, and then we also have the lights themselves, so that actually like show light. Then we got plugins, types of lights. So the types of lights right here, this is what you're gonna put onto your car. These are gonna kind of act like so you know how with epic lights, how you like did your mesh parts and you named them LN? It's going to be like that, but we are not going to be using any mesh parts on the car for the lights. We're just going to be using these, and they're kind of just going to like illuminate onto the glass and onto like the light themselves, and that's how they're going to work, if that makes sense. And the difference is that with the spotlight, it's going to be a circle, and with the surface appearance, it's going to be a square. So you can see it's a square on the brick right here, and then for spotlight, it's just like an actual spot. So yeah, and it's up to you on how you want to do them. I'm going to do spotlight just because my lights are circle for the most part, and for the rear I will do like surface lights. So it really depends on kind of like the shape of your lights. So anyways, first thing we want to do, which is the most simple, is to just put this into plugins. Can do it just like that. And this does not like this kit right here does not have like door functionality. I'm not sure which kits do have door functionality, and I don't know if they're like compatible with this. I've never tried it. So yeah, if so, I do apologize for that. You might have to look for another tutorial if you want to have like functioning door lights, which is pretty much where like you can, like when you open the door, like a light lights up or something. It's like a whole different process, but this kit does not come with it, sadly. But if you don't mind that, then you're good. So we're gonna drag this just right in place of the car, just like this, and then we are going to be doing the pop-ups as well. Just a little brief explanation. We are gonna like briefly go over them, but they are pretty simple. And then yeah, so and that's pretty much all you got to do. And then you can just like kind of keep these to the side. You don't have to like put these in anything. So yeah, let's start off with the pop-up headlights, just because it's kind of like a smaller segment. So if you want to do pop-up headlights, what you want to do is you want to put this code into Miskweld, and then you can just delete that and then put it into Miskweld as it's said in the script. So just make room for that, and you do that. And then you want to put the pop-ups in MISC. So where it says put in MISC, make sure it says pop-ups right there, and then you get the parts right there. And then you got the hinge right there. And if you don't know how to like work the hinge, you pretty much like need to put it on where like your pop-ups actually fold. So you want to put it at like pretty much like the actual hinge, and then it should like fold up in the correct position. You do kind of gotta like experiment with it to make sure it's accurate, but anyways, and then here like the pop-up parts right here, and these are the headlights for where you want to put like your actual lights. So there's low and high right there, and then the pop-ups right here is like the actual parts for your pop-ups. So for example, I'm just gonna like import a brick right here, and then I'm just gonna kind of make it kind of like pop-ups, I guess. So this can be like the demonstration right here, a very terrible and bad demonstration, but it's all good. And then I'll just put that into pop-ups right there. And before you go into test your pop-ups, make sure that under your plugins and Epic Lights, go to configuration, and then you want to set pop-ups enabled to true. So default is false, so you want to set that to true. And then it says the amounts your pop-ups travel. You just like play with this value until you like get it to how you want it. So like for example, on the C4 Corvette, the headlight like kind of flips differently compared to other traditional cars where they just like fold up. And at the very bottom here, where it says keybinds, there's going to be a key code for your pop-ups. For me, I'm just going to set it to you, and you can put it to whatever you want to do it. So if you're going to test it and we turn our lights on, and you should see that when I press U, there are our pop-ups, our little bricks right there. And then you can turn on your lights, and then boom, there you go. And you got your pop-ups working. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, it kind of looks like I got floating hands. So there is how you do your pop-ups. And yeah, so pretty simple. And then I'm just gonna get rid of this because I'm not doing pop-ups. Alrighty, so now that we got that out the way, we are actually going to get into the actual meat and potatoes of the whole light process. So let's get started with that. So first thing you want to do is just to make sure that you got everything where you want them, where all your lights are positioned, adjust them, make sure that they're like a little far away from like the actual headlight themselves or whatever light. Make sure they're like a little ways away and not just like directly inside of it, otherwise it won't look too good. And just make sure it's all nice and clean. And if you do have side indicators, you can't just rotate them and like put them inside the car where nobody's gonna see it. So yeah, anyways, how you want to set up your lights, and I'm going to start with my headlights right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the position of the L brick, and then I'm going to go to the spotlight under the types of lights right here, and then I'm just going to copy that or paste that into there, sorry. And then what you want to do, since the light is facing down right there, you want to have it to where the light is facing like the actual car. So you want to have it to where it's like actually facing it, just like this. And then you can make this brick fully invisible, by the way. And then you can adjust the settings on the actual light. So it may seem like pretty confusing at first, but it is pretty simple. So let's start at the top with angle. If you want a more narrow angle, you turn this down. If you want like a more wide or flat angle, you do that. And so since I'm gonna do a more kind of cone shape, I'm gonna do it like this. And I'm going to make the range really short as well. You just want it to where it's like touching the headlight, you know. You don't want it too far, otherwise it won't look good. Oh, and also make sure that shadows are disabled. If you enable shadows, it's going to look terrible and stupid and dumb. So you want to also make sure that that is disabled. And yeah, so anyways, you just want to position it to where precisely where you want it. Oh, you can also change the color of it right here. So since mine has like a little yellowish tint, I'm just going to put it towards that. And you just gotta like play around with the position a bit. like the angle and the range and everything like that. So I think I'm good right there. And then if you want kind of like a foggy effect on the glass, if that makes sense, like a little projection effect, you can just copy your current light and then kind of like make it kind of like that, if that makes sense. Again, you have to like kind of toy around with it. It depends on your car, but it's just something to where it kind of has like an illuminating effect. And then when you're done with one of the headlights, you just want to duplicate that and then move it to the other side. Alright, just like that. So I think that looks alright. I think that looks pretty decent. So like when you hop into the game, I feel like that's gonna look pretty good. And then once you think that you're done with that, just make the brightness all the way down. And then you can just copy these, and then you can just take these and put them into like where you want them, and then you can duplicate them and put them into like your high beams and such, and there you go. So you got your headlights set up, and you pretty much are just doing that for the entirety of the other lights on the car. So I will do it for the indicators as well. So I will just copy and paste something from right here, and just kind of angle it towards the indicator right here. And if you do want your car to actually be more realistic, what you could also do is you could take your indicator L block and then just kind of angle it to where like the indicator actually projects, just for a little extra detail. It won't change much and nobody's probably going to notice it, but it will help a bit. So there you go. And then yes, I'm just going to repeat this on the indicators and I'll show you the end result. Alrighty, so there is my indicator right there, and I'm just gonna do that for the entirety of the rest of the car, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I can't really say too much else because I have only been doing this for a few weeks, but yeah, it is a pretty simple process. You do have to like really be precise if you want to get it fully right, but in the end it will be a really nice looking product. My tips is that to avoid light that kind of clips onto the body panel. So like right here, for example, there's like this little spot of orange that's like kind of underneath in the panel gap, which doesn't look too good. I am gonna fix that obviously, but yeah, just avoid stuff like that. And you just want to make sure that everything looks clean, and just always think about it as if like somebody were to like really eye a specific detail and see if they like bash you for it or not. So just really pay attention to details and everything's gonna come out well. So I'll just do like a little time lapse of me doing this to the rest of the car, and then I'll show you guys the final result. Oh, and just a quick side note, if you do also want plate lights, I can show you how to do that real quick. So just like hold and click any light that you want from here, and just kind of rotate it to where you want it. And then just like so like mine are like kind of on the bottom right here for some reason. Yeah, so what you want to do is just kind of position them to where you want them, kind of like right above your plate lights, just like that. And you can also kind of like angle them towards like the actual car itself. That way it's just not like shooting up and catching light on your like your spoiler or anything. Whatever it may be, just kind of like point them like that is what I recommend. So on my Chevy I have some plate lights right here, which are actually kind of like above a little bit, so you might have to do that with your car. I'll try to do that with this car, just to give you guys a good demonstration, but I'm kind of failing at it again. Just like take this for a grain of salt. This is a really bad example, but that's so you can do plate lights. Oh, and also make sure that under your Epic Lights plugin that you also enable the plate lights. So it says plate lights right here, and you just want to set that to true, and when you press L, your plate lights will turn on. So that's just a little quick side note, and I'll get back to the time lapse. Okay, I will add another side note. So if you want like illuminated gauges inside your interior, or like when you turn on the headlights, I will show you how to do that. Although it won't be like completely accurate to your car most of the time. What I'm gonna do is pretty much just like flashing the light onto your gauges themselves and not making like the backtrack illuminated like that. Unfortunately, if I had the old Epic lights, I could do that. But for this video, I cannot do that, unfortunately. So what you want to do is just get any of the lights that you want, like from your headlights, and you can just drag it in inside your thing like this, or you could also do your fog lights, which I actually might do, just because it'll be way less bright. And I'll just put it inside here, and I'm gonna do this because I kind of want my gauges to kind of like make it look like it's illuminating on my face, if that makes sense, on my character's face. So I'll just kind of align this up right there, and I'll get another part of the headlight and I'll paste it over here, or the fog light I should say, my bad. And now what you want to do is you want to have it pointing towards your gauges. So let me make the brightness fully up, and it's just rotated down as such, and then make sure that it's like actually like illuminating on your gauges like this, and it just kind of adjust it like how you want it to, and just like, you know, your angle and all that. You kind of get the gist by now. Just like that. That's not a great example. Actually, I can probably do it a bit better like that. Okay, that's all right. I probably won't stick with this, but this is just like a basic example. So if you do want illuminated gauges, you could do something similar to this. Yeah, so you kind of see the vision, if you know what I mean. And you can also do, I'm gonna also do the same on my little boost gauge right here. Okay, there you go, just like that. So I have illuminated gauges, even though it's low-key harder to see than if it was like just off, but you do get the point. If you do want illuminated gauges, you can give off that effect. I mean, it won't be too perfect because that's kind of like all you can really do with these lights. It's just like do spotlights onto things, which is pretty unfortunate, but it still looks, it looks all right. It looks decent. So yeah, that's gonna do it for like kind of like the interior gauges. Again, that's like not a great example. You do have to kind of experiment by yourself and just like adjust it and such. This is just like my way of explaining it. So yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much all there is to do. All right, so now we're going to test it. Everything should be working. So if we turn on the lights, you can see the lights right there, and then indicators. There are the indicators. And if you do want to make everything kind of look like how you set it up in studio, you can go into the configuration and Epic Lights, and you can make the spot brightness to 40. I'll show you real quick. So you can set the low beam spot bright and all this. You can all set it to 40 or however you want it. Just kind of play around with it as usual. And yeah, so anyways, about that earlier, you can see there are the lights right there, and there are the high beams right there, and there are my fog lights. So you can see the light kind of illuminates on my character, which I think is pretty cool. It is super bright out inside, but you can see the gauges kind of turn on right there, which I think look pretty cool. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I really like that. And then there are the let me turn on the car actually, and there are the reverse lights, and yeah, these right here are just reflectors. So yeah, there are all of your lights working right there, and you can just have fun with them and flex them and show them off and whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, anyways guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed. If you do have any questions, do also feel free to ask me in the comments, and never ignore a comment. Yeah, just overall, hope you guys really did enjoy this video. Leave a like and sub if it did help you. I'd greatly appreciate it. If not, then that's alright, I don't mind. Again, there are way more big things coming to this kind of slot car series that I'm making, so feel free to stay tuned. I will even show you guys how to set up on 1.7A chassis, which if you don't know is like, so the current chassis that I showed you guys is 1.5, and then there's a 1.6 chassis, which in my opinion is not that good, and there is a 1.7, which this car is actually on. So if you guys are curious, then I will leave a tutorial. But with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all later. See ya.